to the session today, and this is a continuation session of the previous one where we did the access opening and entered into the root canals of this maxillary molar. We removed all the caries that was there, and now we are into the root canals. We are entering the root canals. So this step involves that we should be determining the working length, on how much the length we should be preparing the roots. Basically we should be cleaning the roots and shaping these roots. So let us first negotiate the canals that we were able to find out. So we used the DG16 probe to negotiate the canals. So let us just quickly have a look. So over here, this is a mesobuccal canal just underneath the mesobuccal cusp. Then comes the distobuccal canal over here. Your probe should get engaged. This is the distobuccal cusp, and then this is the mesobuccal canal, the large single canal over here. These are the minimum canals that you should be able to find. Otherwise, you should also have a look for or explore the mesobuccal 1 and 2, which would be mostly located in this line, that is mesially and palatally. So the sequence would be starting from the mesobuccal cusp, going more mesially and palatally. You would be able to locate MB1 and MB2. Now let us negotiate these canals. So we used a reamer to negotiate these canals. We inserted the reamer into, this is a 10K reamer. So see the direction of this. This is going straight along the mesobuccal cusp tip. So this is the mesobuccal canal. We have not yet taken the working length. Now let us explore or negotiate the distobuccal canal. So over here, see the angulation of the file. With this angulation of the file, you can justify that this going into the distobuccal cusp. So this is the distobuccal canal, and then below it and look for the parietal canal, which is a larger canal and which you are able to find it. So this is the parietal canal. The angulation of the file again going towards the larger palatal cusp. Now once you have negotiated these canals, you have inserted the file. This is the time you introduce the irrigant, as you have already inserted the file. So the choice of irrigant you must be starting with the sodium hypochlorite, and always prefer to use the side vent needle. So the first choice of irrigant must be the freshly poured sodium hypochlorite. It should not be kept from the bottle and then being used. Irrigate these canal orifices. And once you have irrigated it, do not blow air directly into it. No, you should be blowing it horizontally. That's all. Otherwise you can suck the irrigant. And now is the time that you may start to take the working length. So for the best method that you can use is to use the apex locator. File engaged into the apex locator to take the working length. Over here I am using the Root ZX Mini Apex Locator. Just insert it until you see the beep. So over here this comes around 19 or 18 mm roughly. You can have a reference point over there, mark it, and when it is coming about roughly 18, you have to just consider the working length would be roughly like 17.5 to 17, as that would be the tip. So just reduce 1 millimeter or 0.5 millimeter. Similarly, now go for the distobuccal canal and take the working length. Now it is going perfectly. So this is your again coming out roughly 18 millimeters, and then taking the working length of the palatal canal, the large palatal canal. So now it is roughly going beyond 19 mm roughly. So your working length is 18, reduce 1 millimeter, okay, 0.5 to 1 millimeter. That would bring you to the biological apex, not the radiographic apex. Now what are the difference that you are going to consider, that why not take with the radiograph? You can consider taking or get a confirmation that your file is going into the roots and you are not going into any perforations. For that verification you can take the radiograph. Otherwise the apex locator, when you have a good quality apex locator, then that is sufficient to determine the working length, and then you can proceed further. Now these orifices that you see over here, these seem a bit smaller. So now you have the option that we have the recent file systems where you have the orifice opener or orifice enlarger. Otherwise you can use the GG drills. So over here I am using the GG drill. This is the size. You can begin with size 2 and size 3 to just enlarge the orifices. Hope now the things are more clear to you, how the orifices are looking. Now since you inserted the file, just begin with the irrigation so that you have not accumulated any debris with the side bent needle. This is the sodium hypochlorite we are using as an initial irrigant. We have not used saline right now, we have not used any other irrigant, just the sodium hypochlorite. And this is the time we are going to introduce the GG drills to enlarge orifices. Once done, you see now the visibility has reduced because the debris have been accumulated. Just irrigate the chamber so that you can visually see the things, the orifices. And you are able to identify the second canal. As you have enlarged it, this is the mesobuccal canal, and over here just at the junction more mesially, as you can see there is an opening. Let us explore it, whether this is a mesobuccal 1 or the MB2 canal. So let us engage the file over here. Yes, the file is going. It is getting engaged. So the file is getting engaged into this. This over here. So this is the mesobuccal 1, sorry, the MP2. The MP1 is over here. See, this is the MP1. There is a distance between them. So we'll draw it, and you have identified the other canal, that is the mesobuccal 2. So we can enlarge the orifice. So we have a comment from doctor. Hello doctor, hope you are doing good and you are able to understand the things. If you have any queries, you can ask in the comment section. We are going very slow. Now we are enlarging the MP2 over here. Now this is done. Now let us enlarge the distobuccal canal. Once done, now is the time to enlarge clean the fluids of this with the help of a sponge you can have, or the gauze piece. Never use the cotton as it would engage it into it and may get accumulated in the orifice. Now enlarge the palatal canal orifice. So all the orifices have been enlarged with the GG gels, irrigated. See the debris that are coming out, because these are the dentinal debris. This is the time you can use the saline. Doctor, I am using the GG drills. If you don't have the orifice opener or the orifice enlarger files, you can use the GG drills to enlarge the canal orifices, so that this is when you are not using any microscope in your practice. At that time you need to visualize the canal properly so that you can work on it. See the debris that are coming. See, now the canals have been enlarged with size 2. So just look at it once again. I am showing you. This is the GG drill and this is size 2. So we have enlarged with size 2 and now we are going to enlarge with size 3. So the size 2 will have 2 rings, as you can see over here, and the size 3, this is the next sequence that we are using. This size will have 3 rings to enlarge the orifices more. Hope you are able to understand what we are doing. So now we have engaged the size 3 GG drill. Clean the fluids of these GG drills, and now we will enlarge the orifice, beginning with the mesobuccal. That's all. Clean the fluids. Hope you are able to understand, doctor. And now enlarging the distal buccal canal orifice. Clean the fluids again, and now enlarge the large palatal canal. So we have done it, and now let us just look for if we have that secured mesobuccal 2 canal over here. And now let us irrigate it. This time again we are going to use the normal saline as an irrigant. So this is the normal saline irrigant. Now see how much the debris would come out. As you can visually see them. This is the excess when we don't have the microscope, and we need to visualize the canals so that we can clean and shape those canals. If we have the option of a microscope, then we don't need to enlarge orifices, we don't need to open this much wider access. We can keep our preparation conservative. Irrigate it till you get the clear things. So once done, now hope you are able to visually see how much canal orifices are being clearly seen, and this is the time you can appreciate the canal openings as it is being demarcated. So this one is the mesobuccal one, this might be the mesobuccal 2, we would see it in the radiographs also. This is the distal canal orifice, and over here this one is the palatal canal orifice. So hope you are able to visualize these 3 large openings, the dark circles, as you can see over here. So this was about the demonstration on how you determine the working length with the help of electronic apex locator. And after you determine the working length, reduce that length by 0.5 to 1 mm, whatever the length is being shown by the apex locator, and then introduce the gauges or whatever, so that you can clearly visualize the orifices over here. So in the next session we would be beginning with the cleaning and shaping of these root canals. Hope the things were clear to you and you were able to understand. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.